Oh, shit. I remember this. Okay, so we got to talk about this.
I can. Do you live here?
I already answered that question. Excuse me.
I'm
Ma'am, stop
sorry.
touching me.
The keypad is right there.
I understand that, ma'am. But
You
you're-
can film me. That's
okay,
fine.
I understand, ma'am, but you're blocking me. and I live
Into
here.
my building.
Okay, and
Okay.
it's my building as well, so I need you to get out my way.
Okay, what unit?
I don't need to say that information. So excuse me, ma'am.
I'm uncomfortable.
Excuse me. Okay, you can be uncomfortable. That's your discretion. You're uncomfortable because of you. I need you to move out my way, please.
No.
Ma'am, please stop touching me.
I'm not touching you.
You just was previously.
I'm not touching you at all.
So I'm going to step in.
I'm not touching you, and I'm not in any way doing anything outside of letting my dog go to the bathroom.
I'm not doing anything outside of letting my dog go to the bathroom. Bitch, you are fucking standing in the doorway, blocking him from entering the building. Look, it doesn't matter. If you know he does... Look. If you feel in the slightest bit like you are unsafe or concerned, you wouldn't block this man from entering the building and do this. First of all, you're causing a conflict. You're going to get him on your ass. If he is an irrational human being, which 80% of people are. Most of the videos you see on here, 80% of the videos where you see this type of confrontation, one of the people is a very irrational and just explosive person. You block someone from entering their own apartment building, okay? They might fucking blow up on you.
The door.
What unit?
I don't need to tell you that. What unit do you...
What unit? Look, if you feel unsafe and you feel that the person coming in the building does not belong there, it's not your job to stop them from entering the building, okay? You don't say, hey, you can't come in the building. That's not your job. If you feel like someone shouldn't be in the building, you contact security or the police and say, hey, someone who shouldn't be here is here. It's not your job to stop them. I left a comment. Okay, so I'm looking at it from the guy's perspective. If I was in his shoes and some woman stopped me from coming in my own building, the guy made it a lot more difficult than it should be. I said if the guy told her what unit or even just let her shut the door and then entered his code into the keypad, this would have all been sorted out immediately. But everyone loves to make things difficult. Here's the thing. The woman's blocking the door. She says, what unit do you live in? He says, I don't have to tell you that information. What you said is true. You do not have to tell her that information. But why not? I understand you may not want her to know what fucking unit you're in, but by the end of the video, she follows you up to your unit and sees what unit you're in anyways. If you say, I'm in unit 324, and she goes, okay, you go up there. If you say, I'm in unit 324, and she says, I don't believe you, you say, okay, shut the door, I'm going to enter my code and come in the building. If you would let her shut the door and you entered your code and open the door, obviously you live there because you have the code to get in the building, right? But no, he wants to say, ma'am, just let me in. Move aside, let me in. The door is open. Which I understand that as well, but you can dispel this entire situation by just giving up a tiny little information or going around the situation just a little bit instead of making it such a big mess. Yeah, you want in the building. Yeah, you don't have to tell her what room you're in. Yeah, the door's open so you shouldn't have to enter your key. Yeah, she is blocking you for no damn reason and has no justification for doing so. Yeah, you have no reason to give this woman anything she wants or to abide by anything she wants you to do. But sometimes in a situation like this, why not just do it? So my comment was, if the guy told her what unit or even just shut the door and entered his code into the keypad, this would have all been sorted out immediately. But everyone loves to make things difficult. Someone said, why do you think the guy is obligated to disclose his home address to this weird woman he's never met before? Motherfucker, I didn't say that he was fucking obligated to tell her what address he is, where he lives. I didn't say that. He is not obligated to do that. I said that if he had just done it, or if he had just entered the code, things would have gone smoother. I never said he had to, or he was obligated to. I said if he did, or if he chose to give this fucking stupid bitch what she wanted, it would have been a little easier because he does, if he lives there, he lives there, right? I said, no, I don't think he's obligated to disclose anything to anyone. This woman does not own the building and she has no rights to block someone from coming inside. My point was that the woman was the one being difficult and it could have been resolved if he provided the useless information she wanted, no matter how ridiculous and unwarranted it is. But instead, they both decided to be difficult and argue with one another. No matter how in the wrong that mentally handicapped woman was, if he had just showed her his fob or told her his room number, the whole situation would have been avoided. When I said showed her his fob, because she asked, do you have a little fob like this? That includes just enter your code into the door. So No, he didn't have to show her. He could have showed her the fob. He could have told her what room number. Or he could have just shut the door. He could have just let her shut the door and then entered the code and unlocked the door himself, which would have proved he lived in the building. I said all this would have been avoided, but at least it made for a good video. Someone said, nope, you don't get what's going on. This place uses 2 security doors. The fob only opens the door to the mailroom. The other door to the residencies use a keypad and a security code entry. He commits a serious security violation and somehow it's her fault? You are stupid. Are you stupid? No. LOL. No, it's not her fault for someone else committing a security violation, but she is not in the right to restrict his entry to the building just because she thinks he doesn't live there. I lived in a gated apartment complex. Okay, I'm not going to read this word for word. I'm just going to tell it to you. I lived in a gated apartment complex where I've got to enter my code for the gate to open for my car to drive through, right? Tons of times I would see people entering their code and there's a car parked behind them. So they enter the code, the gate opens and that person drives through, and there's even a sign up that says 1 person at a time. Yeah, 1 person at a time. If you drive through and you haven't entered your code, that gate might shut and hit your door, whatever, you know? People would sit behind the people with the code and say both of them live there. Both people live there. One person just doesn't want to stop and wait for the gate to close to enter his code for the gate to reopen. So they sneak in there real quick with the person in front of them. Now, if I had this woman's rationale, if I had this woman's way of thinking, I would hit the brakes. I see that person trying to sneak in. They haven't entered their code. Motherfucker, you don't live here. I don't know you. You shouldn't be in this apartment complex. You need to enter your fucking code. And then I slam on my brakes and I stop my car in front of the gate and trap them on it like railroad tracks, right? And I get out of my car and I have to say, hey, do you live here? You need to enter your code. Tell me what house you live in. You know, give me your social security number. What's your credit card? How old are your children? Where'd your grandma live? No, I'm exaggerating. But that's not my job. I would not restrict someone from entering the apartment complex. If a security officer sees that happen, it's his job to go chase that person down and stop them if he feels it's, important enough. If he sees a car that looks suspicious or someone that hasn't been in the complex sneak in behind someone else who entered their code and they never entered their own code, then yeah, it's their job to go get them. It's not my job to stop them from entering the apartment complex, no matter how weird I feel about it, you know? I can look at that person and say, oh fuck, that person does not belong here. And if I feel that way, I contact security or I call the police. I don't do anything about it myself. I have no justification to stop that person. Yeah, so that's the security officer's job. The most she should have done was contact police or a security officer. She really felt this man shouldn't be in the building. Yeah, if she really thought this man shouldn't be in the building. No one responded to me after that. I got real heated over that. I'm sorry, guys. That pissed me off. People are so stupid. It's just ridiculous. Leave a comment if you like to see me fucking rant. If I get fumed up about something, I can go off. I try not to too often though. Ugh. But anyways, come watch the stream. Again, like I said, I should be live right now. Come check it out. Come talk to me. Ask questions. See what I'm up to. I might be doing some art. I might be playing some games. I might let y'all suggest some games. Stuff like that. I don't really know yet, but come check out the stream, boy. Come on, boy. Come watch the stream. Come hang out with me. I ain't got no friends. Yeah, I'll see y'all in the next one. That shit, would you like another one? Well, if you would, there's a couple of options. Any assortment of videos of mine should be on screen now, so isn't it obvious? Couple of clickable boxes, possibly showing an image of ostriches. Honestly, anything could be in my boxes. Click on the box, the most clickbaited title.